Imagine a serpent so massive, so powerful that it could crush an elephant in its coils. A snake so feared that legends of its monstrous appetite spread across continents. Today we associate such terrifying creatures with the dense jungles of the Amazon, where the anaconda reigns as the ultimate predator. But what if I told you that the word anaconda and even some of the earliest tales of giant serpents swallowing entire animals didn't come from the Amazon at all? What if these stories were born on a tropical island thousands of miles away, an island once called Ceylon, now Sri Lanka? Yes, you heard that right. The English word anaconda is believed to have originated right here in Sri Lanka. And that's just the beginning of this mind-bending mystery. In this video, we will dive deep into colonial era accounts of giant snakes, explore the linguistic roots of the term anaconda, and uncover how a mythical serpent from Sri Lanka became one of the most feared creatures in the entire world. Let's begin. The first known reference to the term anaconda in English dates back to 1768 in a letter published in the Scots magazine. The writer, a mysterious R. Edwin, whose identity remains unknown, claims to have encountered a monstrous snake in Dutch-held Ceylon. According to his wildly exaggerated account, this serpent was so massive that it could constrict and devour large animals whole. The image of such a monstrous predator instantly captured the imagination of the British public. Soon, Edwin's dramatic tale spread like wildfire. By the early 19th century, the word anaconda found its way into encyclopedias, popular literature, and even the Ladies' Museum Monthly in 1808. A short story titled The Anaconda was even written by Matthew Lewis, or Monk Lewis as he was famously called, blending Edwin's account with pure fiction. So if the word anaconda first appeared in a description of Sri Lanka's snakes, could it have come from the native languages of the island? Well, scholars have debated its origins for centuries. One of the most popular theories is that the word derives from the Sinhala term Anaconda, which literally means lightning stem or thunderbolt trunk. But here's the twist. This term actually refers to the brown wine snake, a completely harmless, slender tree-dwelling serpent, hardly the monstrous snake described in colonial texts. Another theory suggests that anaconda may come from the Tamil phrase Anaconda, which translates to elephant killer. While it sounds fitting, there is no evidence that any snake in Sri Lanka was ever capable of taking down an elephant. These linguistic theories, while intriguing, remain speculative. But Edwin wasn't the only one spreading these tales of monstrous serpents in Sri Lanka. Several colonial-era writers like Robert Percival, J. W. Bennett, and James Emerson Tennent fueled the myth further. It seems that once a dramatic tale was published, later writers simply repeated and embellished it. So what was the real anaconda of Ceylon? The most likely explanation is the Pimura, Python molurus, or the Sri Lankan rock python. This species can grow up to 10 feet long, but it's nowhere near the monstrous size of the South American anaconda, which can reach lengths of 30 feet. It's also worth noting that Sri Lankan folklore, as to my knowledge, contains no mention of giant snakes that consumed elephants or even leopards. The closest reference comes from Sinbad the Sailor, whose stories describe a massive serpent in the island of Serendip, an ancient name for Sri Lanka, that could swallow an elephant whole. Could this Arabian tale have inspired European myths? Let me know in the comments below. That said, the most detailed analysis of the word anaconda appears in the Hobson-Jobson dictionary. Initially, British etymologists believed it was a South American term, but after extensive research, they found no such origin in the Amazon. Instead, they traced it back to Ceylon or Sri Lanka, linking it to Anaconda or Anaconda. The Oxford English Dictionary later followed suit, reinforcing the idea that anaconda had Ceylonese or Sri Lankan roots. Yet today, the name anaconda is firmly associated with the massive snakes of South America, thanks in part to films, documentaries, and popular culture. The real question is, How did a Sri Lankan word born from a colonial myth come to define a species of snakes that never even existed in Asia? Could it be that the British, with their love for the dramatic, found the name exotic and fitting for the giant snakes of the Amazon? Or was it a case of mistaken identity, where myths from one part of the world were simply transplanted to another? What do you think? Was there a giant snake in Sri Lanka capable of devouring elephants? Or was it all just a product of colonial imagination, exaggerated for entertainment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and if you love unraveling historical mysteries, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, this is me, Zamir Karim, signing off, uncovering history one story at a time.